You just are. You are. You ever had anybody tell you that, friend? What did it mean to you? How did it make you feel? You just are. Or what? did the person tell you? Or did they leave you with that anticipation, that sense of mystery, having to read into their tone and their inflection or their body language? I'm proud to say that it has happened to me once, and it felt quite good. So I certainly hope that it's happened for you, beyond just me saying it. But who are you then? And I'm not interested in your name. I'm not interested in things of that nature, but who you are, not what you know, but who you are. I mean, you and I, friend, we're greater than the sum of our parts, our physical characteristics, the things that we drive or the places we go or what we do. And we're so much more than those things as a blonde female or a bald male or anything in between for that matter. So when you choose to remove all of your masks and drop the labels, who are you, friend? Who gets to see that authentic version of you? Do you show everyone? Live with your heart on your sleeve and everything about you in the open? Or are you more reserved and only the most trusted, select few get to see the real you, whomever and however that may be? People want you to be honest and authentic, or at least that's what they tell you. They want you to be trustworthy and faithful. Sure, that's what they say. But do they also let you let you know how to live up to those expectations? Or is it just another label that you might try to stick onto yourself with a layer of personality or a different set of mannerisms? And what kind of success might you experience with that? When do you reveal yourself? When do you open the gates to let those people into your life? When do you let them see you for who you are, flaws and all? And it takes a little bit of time to develop that trust, doesn't it? And before you give someone the real you, some of us engage in that quid pro quo, that tit for tat, that so easy to measure. Well, he did this, so I'll do that. Or she gave good games, so now I can reciprocate. And here's a dark secret. Now tell me one of yours. No? Not how you roll, is it? So what is the alternative? I mean, we can't really live in blast mode the whole time. And that's virtually a recipe for disaster. And I'd never suggest that you give yourself 100%, no questions asked to anyone. I mean, that would be absolutely foolish given the number of scumbags and scammers there are in this world. But somehow we have to build that trust. That's a challenge, especially for those of us who've been on the receiving end of abuse or manipulation, neglect, or worse at the hands of others. See, this intimacy, it's risky business for sure. And I'm not talking about simple physical intimacy or complex physical intimacy, if that's your thing, and good on you if it is. But it's difficult. It can be painful business sometimes to open ourselves up to a new experience that so closely parallels another that went wrong, and one that might have left us deeply wounded and humiliated or worse. Yet, we must, if we're going to be healthy individuals. I mean, if we want anything other than the blissful insanity of hermits running around the woods with the animals, we've got to find ways to build relationships. Or we make conscious effort to build new relationships and set guardrails to avoid the pitfalls of the past. I don't know about you, but I've been in some relationships that I don't care to rebuild because I've seen where those went. I like to think that I learned from them. I mean, there have been occasions in my life I've had to reinvent myself a number of times. You have too, if you stop to think about it. You're not likely the same person you were 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or maybe more. And I'd hope that you're not, because if you are, you're not changing. You're not growing, you're not evolving, and you're likely getting left behind as the people around you do. So we can share our experiences and we can spend some time walking the path together. And we can be real and authentic and experience that emotionally mature intimacy built on inner strength and trust and our own sense of who we are. I'd have you consider that you can choose to reveal as much or as little about yourself as you want, and accept or reject as much or as little of others as you want, as long as you know what you want. How well do you know the person in your mirror, friend? How much do you trust that person with other people? Do you ever look at that person and say, you just are? I hope you do. You get my take. What say you?